Hello, I'm going to make a tier list, doing a tier list video on all of my videos. Please note that I'm not going to be ranking videos I've made this December or November just simply because not enough time has passed for me to really give my thoughts on it. So it has to be longer than 2 months ago as of recording. However, the videos I've made this December and this November will be ranked in next year's tier list video if I still give a fuck next year. So I'm gonna be, because of this rule of not ranking December and November videos of this year and ranking the previous year's December and November, that means I'm also going to be ranking the videos I've made last December and November of 2024 as well. We're going to be ranking the racism is bad video. I think I uploaded some stuff before it, but this is the first actual video I consider canon, basically. Racism is bad. The thing is, I mostly just made it for rage bait and to get a lot of views, since it was during the gore era of Italy when there was a lot of neo-Nazis. Just try to get a lot of views by rage baiting. It was for rage baiting to get views, but I do actually think, looking back and watching it, I made some really good points in it, about how even from a selfish perspective, being racist is bad because, if you hate black people, for example, as a white person, then what if those same black people start to hate you, and then it causes a giant war and everyone dies, than if both were peaceful? And also about, how people talk about all these, crimes about black people, or, immigrants or whatever, but, yeah, nobody really talks about, Peter Scully or anything, people talk about business, they don't attach race to, Peter Scully or Jeffrey Epstein, or, white people have done who are, pedophiles or whatever. No one attaches it to stereotypes. Okay, because of how influential the racism is bad video and how some of my points are actually still holding up to this day, I think, and how I, boosted my channel, my Vidly channel, so much at the beginning, I'm going to put it in, I would put it in A. It's really good, but, it was when I first started making videos, so, the quality isn't that good because of lack of experience. Okay, my commentary YouTubers are bad or something like that. Something about commentary YouTubers. The one where I tried to mock the, what's it again? I tried to mock the Pegasus thumbnails during the Mr. Beast drama with Dogpack, where he was just saying, where's this Mr. Beast's face of it's over on the thumbnail or whatever. I was trying to mock that in my style. Video about commentary YouTubers, I still think it's kind of true that people just try to expose people just for their own gain, not because they actually care, but I am very hypocritical in this, though. So, I mean, it's good points, but it's good, but it's just I'm a hypocrite. Okay, so going to be ranking copyright is dumb. Copyright is dumb. This video, copyright is dumb. Is dumb. The thing is, I believe it was the first video where I had a face cam and I showed my face. Before that, it was just animated. It was just animated videos, I think, or using pictures. The points are actually really good in this, but the thing is, I understand that movie budgets are so high and that they need to make money, because if they're, I understand they need to make money because of their high budgets, but I still think copyright kind of should be abolished, or at the very least limited. It should go, at the very least, it should just go for 30 years straight. You shouldn't, I just think it's weird how, you basically just last forever, basically, or, to 100 years. It should just be, maybe 20 or 30 years, I feel, if not abolished. I'm gonna put it in, well, it's my first face cam video, I think, so I made a good point, so I'll put it in A. Anarchism is a horrible ideology. Anarchism being a horrible ideology, my points were good, and it was a very short video. My point was mostly just how can you truly enforce, if anarchy means no rules, then how do you enforce the rule of no rules without the police? But the thing is, if you have police, then it disqualifies it from being anarchy. So it's how do you make sure in anarchy no one starts their own new government in the anarchy? without disqualifying it from being an anarchy by making a police or military force. I mean, there is solutions to that, like anarcho-monarchism, which is just anarchy, but there's a police state just to simply enforce the anarchy and make sure no one starts their own government. And that's their only job, is to make sure no one starts their own government. But, like, that's still weird, but, like, most anarchists don't really like anarcho-monarchism. Very good points and very simple, but I kind of wish I didn't use AI clips in it, AI photos in it. I mean, it was at the beginning. And by the way, this anarchy video, to this day, no anarchist has been actually able to solve my argument. Like, even just the video, like, I've asked different anarchists this exact question of many times, and literally zero anarchists I could think of could find an actual solution to this issue with anarchism. It's just like, they either just contradict themselves, or, like, find some explanation that makes literally no sense to any human, like making a government that's also not a government. I don't know how the fuck that works, but, like, or they just, like, explode, basically, in their minds, basically. At the actual point, no one has been able to actually find an answer to it. USA should be renamed to Burgerland. Okay, this video, I think it's good, but the issue is, a lot of people misinterpreted what I said, and I was bad at explaining it, but, like, thing about this video, thing about it is just simply that, the issue with the video is just that, the thing about the video is that my points were good, but the problem is that no one really understood what I meant, and I was kind of bad at explaining it. Like, the thing is, like, people think Burgerland is a stupid name or whatever, but the thing is, they're not understanding my point. Even if you think it's a stupid name, the point isn't to change. My point is just that the name America as a country, that name, the meaning of the word America is just a feminized version of the name Amerigo from Amerigo Vespucci, an Italian explorer who never even stepped foot in the United States. So it's really dumb to name your country after Amerigo Vespucci if you never even visited your place. So it's just really dumb to name your country after some foreigner who never even been to your place. That was my main point, that people twisted it. But while, like, Burgerland, it has an actual connection to the land because the name relates to a food dish that either got invented or popularized in that land. So the meaning makes more sense to call the country after, even if you think it sounds dumb. That was my point, is that the meaning of Burgerland is way more important to the country than America or United States is, in terms of their actual etymology and meaning. Burgerland, it was good, but the problem is nobody understood what the fuck I was talking about and just kept misinterpreting it and making fun of me. Okay, this video about Easy Peasy, book to quit porn. It's a book to quit porn, and the main thing in this book is that it just says, think of porn addiction as, like, slavery, or like you're in a jail cell. Instead of thinking of porn as a fun thing, think of it as, like, torture, and how you're so much happier without it, so you'll naturally quit. And the thing is, it does work if you put your mind really hard into it, but, like, for me, it doesn't really work that much, but, like, if you really put your mind to it and, like, you're not an addictive type of person, this could actually work. And also, it didn't get that much views, but, like, no one really cared about this video. I guess, I mean, it's pretty good advice, but it doesn't work for everyone. This video about, like, evidence and statistics, this is mostly just, like, a philosophy or, like, mind game thing, not, like, an actual practical thing. Like, of course, in real life, you need evidence for things. It's just that every evidence, you require at least a little bit of blind faith into it. But evidence is still important, of course. It's just that, like, anything you can think of can either be proven or disproven if you think about it enough. Like, literally anything in your mind, you can find any method to either prove or disprove it's real, if you really try hard enough. That's the thing about a lot of these philosophy videos, is that a lot of people don't really understand what the fuck I'm talking about. And even I don't fully understand it. It's okay, it was just like, freedom is fake, My point about freedom is fake is that point about it is just simply that like freedom for you always takes away someone else's right, and freedom for someone else always takes away someone else's right. So like for example, if I wanted someone to starve to death and they eat food, that's depriving me of my wish for them to starve to death. And the point I was making is just that, like, you have to consider the trade-offs for something. Like, for example, universal health care gives someone the freedom to go to the hospital without having to worry about money or anything, but universal health care deprives the right of people. Well, I mean, you can have private hospitals even in universal health care. Like, you're still allowed to. I don't know. But I just mean, like, you get what I'm saying? I keep talking about it for so long. Yeah, it's another one of those philosophy videos where, like, it's hard to explain my feelings about for people to actually understand. Like, I think a better example would be, like, segregation. Like, allowing private businesses, putting it into laws that you can't, like, refuse business to someone because of race. It takes away right from the business owner to decide who can be their customers for the freedom of someone to not worry about their skin color when going into the business. I feel like that's a really good example of what I'm talking about. About how freedom about how like freedom can about how freedom always has two sides to it, where one is being limited and one is being freer from it. This video, there's internet censorship. It was made in a time in like early August or whatever, where like a lot of governments were like trying to censor different social medias or like put age restrictions or like ID verifications, and also like putting in AI to detect your age. Also the UK banning Vidly. This one, this was really good. Points, this might be an S tier. Like, my points were great, pretty short, and it got a pretty good amount of views on YouTube and Vidly. And even the thumbnail's like chef kiss thumbnail. It's just perfect. Just like looking at it, this is S. Laptops are dumb. Is my first video I actually uploaded to YouTube outside of Vidly. Laptops are dumb. I am kind of right, but it's just like, I understand there's like people who like travel a lot and all that, and like there is a lot of stuff like iPads or phones can't do as well. But like, fuck. And the bridge between phones and computers is getting smaller and smaller over time. But like, I do kind of don't hate laptops as much anymore, but it's just like, most laptops are just this middle ground between a phone and a computer. So that's just like has the worst of both worlds. So why not just pick one most of the time, unless you're like a traveler or something? I'll put it like C. Is good. This is another one of my like rage bait type videos to try to get views, since I kind of saw how like the internet was just violently anti-AI no matter what in like early 2025 and even now. The thing is, like, some points still hold up to this day, but other points were just bad. Like, in a lot of ways, AI is bad, but like people like make it out to be the worst thing ever. But like, I will say there has been a development that didn't exist during early 2025, and that was like the RAM apocalypse right now, where like RAM is getting expensive due to AI buying up all the RAM, causing shortages for people making PCs. This, just for the RAM apocalypse alone, it has to be bumped. It has to be bumped to a C. Like, points are kind of mixed. Getting a fuck ton of views on Vidly, and like got my video featured. Like, it really had boosted my channel, and like also the animation on it. It was like the peak of my animation skills, like better than any other animation era video. Like, I was trying really hard and like spending weeks on it. So like, the animation is great, or at least great for my standards on it. If you ask me, honestly, first Vidly podcast, Gudetama 2. First one, okay, think about the first one is just like, the first one, of course it has to be it was the first Vidly podcast, and like that eventually paved the way for everything after it. So it's automatically a good one. But the problem was, because it was the first one, I didn't really know how podcasts work that much. Like, it was hard. Like, there was barely any content in it compared to my other ones. Like it was like 14 minutes or something like that, which is barely considered a podcast, and we didn't really talk that much. Didn't really know how to structure my podcast back then. But just for being the first one, it has to be an A, because without it, none of the others would have happened. But, like, even the thumbnail, I put his name, Gudetama2, on the side where, like, you know the little thing that on a thumbnail on Vidly or YouTube, the little thing telling you the time, how much time the video is? It's, like, right, the thing where I put his name is, like, right on that spot, so you can't see it. Like, the thumbnail's wrong, but, like, just because it's the first one to revolutionize this whole thing, it has to be good. It has to be A. But however, I do plan someday to have Gudetama2 on again, but we kind of agreed that if we would record it again, we would like do it in real life, like actually like visit each other someday and like just sit around in a room with like a camera and mic and actually talk in real life for hours if we want to do another one instead of just doing it online, like make it really special. Why stocks or investments are dumb. This video, I made good points in it, but like the thing is, I understand that small businesses need something, but like I kind of feel like there should be like an interest-free loan system or something in countries to solve this for like businesses and stuff. But like I understand that's not possible, but it's just like basically every bad company you can think of, or like every problem with capitalism you can think of, are like byproducts of investors or whatever, or like the banks with interest rates too. Put it in like, points are good, so I'll put it. I really like this video, but put it in like, the thumbnail's kind of bad, but like I think it's good points, so I'll put it in S. Okay, so why the late 2010s is bad? Okay, the late 2010s is bad. My points are really good. It's like the mid 2010s were actually really good, but it's just like the late 2010s was filled with all this cancel culture and censorship. The only thing I could say that's better is like maybe the economy might have been better back then compared to now after COVID, but like not even just like late 2010s, but also 2022. I consider part of this, but like a lot of the memes culture is bad. I mean, my points are good. My points are, I would put it in S. I think I really like this. It's a good video. Although I remember someone I'm not gonna name criticizing it, saying I was like 10 in 2019, so like I shouldn't have a stand in it or whatever. But like, I don't know, I think it's good, and the thumbnails looks good too. Okay, libertarianism is dumb. This video depends, because some of my points were pretty good. Problem is, I was horrible at explaining it. Like I was bad at explaining it, and like the thing was, I was like LARPing as like an authoritarian back then, so like I don't know. I'll put it in D. It's a pretty shit video. Like I should probably like make a newer version someday with better points and explaining it better. Like, but like I won't delete the video, since like I think it should just be there to show how much I change over the years. Okay, so not libertarianism. So okay, Linux being good, this one, I made good points, but like I did the mistake of using OBS on my shit computer with a bad bitrate because to prevent lag, even though it still had some lag. So like the video quality is pretty bad, but like the points were actually really good in it. Put it in like, I would say it's in sorry, A. Sorry, this video is so unscripted, but I'm gonna try to edit down pauses and stutters as best as I can. Okay, Vidly got new. It was a video about like Lowbot leaving Vidly. I forgot the exact title, and then Nikki becoming the full-on owner instead of co-owner. This video was okay, but like the problem is, it was okay, but like the problem is like realized from talking to people and stuff that like Lowbot wasn't really that good. I don't want to explain it too much, but like Lowbot wasn't really a good guy, or like good at running the site, so like praising him and saying so like praising him wasn't really that good. And another issue with this video is just like, I used a mobile video editor instead of my usual PC video editor, so like, file size is insanely large for like a really low bit rate, so it looks like shit while being so big. I'll put it in C. It was okay, but like nothing special. My thoughts on Luigi Mangione. Pretty good, but like no one really cares about Luigi Mangione anymore. And some people do, but like I do still think American healthcare is bad, and that like Brian Thompson could have saved himself if he was just slightly less greedy. Imagine if, like, let's say he made like $10 million. Imagine if he just like only got 5 million. That other 5 million he gave up meant that like thousands of people actually got their insurance claims and stuff. So like I'm just saying, like, there's a certain point of being rich where you're like so rich to the point that like even like halving or like taking away 90% of your money, you'll still have enough money to basically retire and live forever and like buy basically anything you want. I don't know, so like you should probably use that money, that extra money that you don't need and you physically can't spend, on like making sure your workers are treated better, or like making sure your consumers are treated better. Now, it's A, the it's but it's like very situational. Matrix is based, the messaging platform, not the movie. Matrix being based, Matrix is good, but the problem is no one really uses it. But like, my points were really good, and if you can, by all means, you should use it, or at least get it as a backup in case like Discord or Facebook or whatever goes crazy. I'll put it in A. But like nothing really special. Why reincarnation is a dumb idea. Reincarnation, this video, I made good points about like how truly the same person if you don't remember your past memories. And even if you do remember your past memories of a past life, like why is it always some famous person that these people claim and not just like a poop farmer in England or something? Like why is it always that like all these people who claim they were reincarnated and always remember themselves as like a famous person from the past or something? So like it's probably just someone lying for money. It's good, but it's just no one really cares about this. Like I made good points, but like I don't think anyone cares. PS5 and Xbox Series being dumb. This video, it's good, but the thumbnails looks kind of shit. Like it's slightly off center. It just looks strange. But like the video's point about like how there's not really any reason to use the modern consoles after 2020. So like the point about like how the PS4 was still going strong in 2020 and even today, and that there's no reason to actually to make a new console. It's good, but the problem is there's the RAM apocalypse right now, so like it might make sense for consoles to exist now as a cheaper alternative to PCs for the quality. It's okay. But the thumbnail could have been better, and I probably wouldn't have made it if I'd known about the RAM apocalypse that would happen like a year later. Okay, re-uploads being good. Re-uploads, the idea was great, like the idea about how people reposting or like stealing your videos on other platforms just increases your popularity and stuff, and also prevents your stuff becoming lost media. It is a good concept, but the video title and the video thumbnail were ass. Like I think it's just I couldn't really think of a title or thumbnail to represent the video idea. So like I just picked re-uploads, but like I could have used better words, like why quote-unquote content, like I could have said like why quote-unquote content theft is actually good or something. No, I can't really find out anything. I couldn't really find anything to represent the thumbnail besides just a screenshot of like a list of videos complaining about green screen kids. That was a problem a year ago. 2 years ago, actually. I'll put it in B. Could have used a better thumbnail and title, but the points were great. Okay, why self-driving cars are a bad idea. This one, it was made during my early days, so like I didn't really know how to make videos. The point about this one, the video concept is good, but it was a little short, and like I could have done more animation, or like, I don't know, there's things I could have done slightly better about it, but like, the video's point about like how having trains and like bike lanes and all that would solve the problem of traffic better, and also like how like foreign countries could sabotage. The USA had self-driving car net where Russia would like North Korea would like find some way to hack it and like basically destroy America with it by like making cars like stop all at the same time, and like making it where nothing can be transported, no food can be transported, and like making the entire country starve to death or something. Like I feel like a self-driving car network, like there's because of how important cars and trucks are. If a country doesn't like another country, they could find some way to hack it and like destroy the entire country and make everyone starve to death because food can't be shipped. I'll put it in A. Put it actually maybe A or S. A. I think A. Okay, Q&A. Q&A video. It's a video answering my Q&A. The problem is I said like sewer slide or something instead of suicide. Even though I could have just censored it for the YouTube version, or I could have just said Ronnie McNutt instead. Like, Ronnie McNutt would have been a better alternative. Like, I was self-censoring like crazy because I was worried about YouTube or whatever. And like, there's a lot of censorship in it that I think was unnecessary. But I'll put it in. And also most of my videos in August were kind of shit since like I was just having mental breakdowns due to drama and all that. It's like I wasn't in the right mental state at the time. Okay. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but it's just like, I could have done it better, and also like, there wasn't that many questions. I feel like I could do a Q&A again someday, but like, it would need to be if I'm like, super famous on everything, and like, I could like make an hour or 2 hour long video on it. Just answering like hundreds of questions. I feel like that would be the only time I would do it again. My best self-improvement advice. It's a good video basically just saying try to avoid phones and tablets as much as possible and try to do everything you can on the internet on a computer, and how that's better than just using your phone on the bed. I mean, my point is true, but like, you can like maybe just like scroll on YT shorts like 1 hour a night or something, and like have limited effect or something. I don't know. Like, you could try to limit it, but like without completely eliminating it. And like, I have a problem of like, I have pain if I sit in the chair for too long. So like, sometimes I actually like just laying down in bed and scrolling on YT shorts because like sitting in a chair is just painful for like hours and hours. I mean, I could put it in A. Like, you can use phones in a good way if you really tried to and had good willpower. This video about slop on Vidly, it is true even to this day how like most of the videos uploaded on Vidly is just like ads for like some property company or like some like Latin American retard just like posting dubbed anime or something, and like there was barely any original content. I feel like it's better now than before, but like it's still a problem that still exists to this day of just companies having slop AI advertisements or something. I mean, it holds up well. Podcast episode 2 with Wiz. This one, I didn't really ask that much questions, so like it wasn't really that good. The quality wasn't that good. Nothing to you, Wiz, specifically. Like, I like you. It's mostly my fault for this. But like, the questions weren't really that good. Questions weren't good at all. And the thing is like, I could have continued on for hours like usual. Okay, what I was saying about the Wiz podcast. Nothing against Wiz himself. Mostly the problem with it was me. But like, the thing is I didn't ask that much questions. So like, it was still like within 20 minutes or less. So not really a podcast. Also the problem is like, I used like a mobile video editor, so like, and it was at 720p. It was insanely huge file size, like half a gigabyte for like less than 20 minutes of video. It should have been like maybe like at most 100 megabytes if I used a PC video editor. And maybe if I lowered the resolution and stuff, since no one really cares. Nothing against Wiz himself, just I fucked up during it. Like, I would put it as either a C. Put it at a C, I think that was good. Okay, my most important, I forgot the exact title, but like, most important one, I don't know, like, no one really cared that much. I think it was like, I was just saying solve your problems instead of complaining, but like, that's way easier said than done. I put it at like a C. It was just not that good. Okay, this one, the Trump video. The Trump video, it aged like milk, like really badly. But it is a time capsule for the time. But like, I plan in 2028 or like early 2029, if I still make videos by then, when Trump gets out of office, to like make a full-on part 2 after he's done explaining everything. I don't want to make it now because it's still in its term, so like things could still become outdated over time, but like, I would make a part 2 when his term is like completely over. I can explain my thoughts then. I would say, I mean, it's a time capsule for the time, but like, it really needs an update video someday in like 2028 or 2029. Okay, cool sites. This one, it was a good video, I would say. It's just me explaining cool websites and stuff. I mean, it was really good. I feel like I should probably make a part 2 someday. I feel like a part 2 of that would be good. I would put it in A. Nothing really special. My thoughts on TikTok. It was basically during the time when like there was the TikTok ban going around in like January, and like leftists were like chimping out over it, and like I was just saying it doesn't really matter either way to me. It's a good time capsule for the time, but like no one really cares anymore. So like, it wasn't like this video where like people could watch it 20 years in the future and like be mind blown in how much I got right at the time or something. I would put it a B. It's okay. Okay, forgot to rank the podcast some. Vidly Podcast Episode 3, Hexa or Best Bro Gamer Show. This one, thing is, it was actually the most revolutionary one, because I finally learned how to like talk for like an hour straight and stuff, and actually make it a full-on proper podcast in the real sense. And like, I also learned how to like just have just a basic cover art to like make the file sizes way lower, since no one really cares about visuals. Which, sorry, it was very revolutionary for its time. Because how revolutionary it was, for how I make the podcast, I have to put it at, it has to be an S for how revolutionary. I might move this to an, I don't know, well, I could have done it a lot better, but like, it did introduce the idea, but like, this one, it like really solidified the idea of an actual proper Vidly podcast for real. That wasn't bullshit. And like, this video, I actually like, it was actually so good I sometimes would like watch it on my own. Got episode 4 of the Vidly podcast with Shingo. Now for this one, it's pretty good, and it did introduce the idea of having people's profile pictures or whatever in the video thumbnail. That was a big plus. It wasn't that special, but like, it was okay, I think. Now this one, the T video, T, you know, the app that like, a feminist app that like got their database leaked. This video, pretty good, I think. I think it's pretty good, but like, nothing special. I'll put it in like here. I think it's A. Okay, this one, Yugoslavia being based. Fuck, I'll put it in like C. I mean, a lot of my points are just like kind of LARPing, and like, I've done research after that, and like, it wasn't really that good as I praised it was. Like, I'll say C. Now we got like the one where I talked about the Vidly TOS update. This video where I was like saying we needed the update because I was tired of like gore or whatever. This video is like A, but like, the quality isn't that good since it's so old. But like, it's a good time capsule. Okay, this one, the interview with My Genuine Sneed, was like, I feel like it's probably my best video, like, no joke, my best video of all time yet, so I'm gonna put it at the top of S. Like, I genuinely think if you have time, you should watch it, listen to it. Like if you have the time, to be honest, I think if you have the time, you should watch all the videos I put in S tier, because they're like my best work. Okay, now we got podcast 420 with Osama bin Laden. This video, it was pretty fun to make. I thought it was funny, and I like the jokes in it. The only thing I remember about it is that like Charlie Kirk died or whatever when I made it or something. It's like, I think it's S. It's really good. To be honest, all my comedy videos I think are good for me. Okay, this one, N-Word Games, also insanely good video. I thought it was fun to make. It was funny. I was like thinking for months of like all the funny jokes. It's great to make. Yeah, I'm putting it in S. This one, this is a deleted video. I deleted it because I thought it was like, this video in F. Reason why is like, it's so bad, I straight up deleted it. Like, even for bad videos I don't delete, but like this one I like thought it was like horrible. Like, my points were horrible, and like I was just mad during a mental breakdown or whatever. Like, I was just talking about how like Vidly is bad or whatever because of like shadow bans, and like praising a guy named Sentinel who I don't talk to anymore because he got exposed for stuff. And I was like accusing people of like different things and saying they should be banned and all that. Like, it was a bad video, and I like tried to scrub it off the internet. Like, you can't find it. This video is fucking F. Like, do not watch it. Like, I discredit everything in that video. Okay, this is my tier list. Can't share it in one. Thanks for watching. Okay, this is my entire tier list altogether. This is just my opinion though. Like, I feel like you should really watch the S tier stuff. Like, the S tier stuff is like my best work. And of course, I'm not going to be ranking I didn't rank any videos I made this November or this December, just simply because I don't think I had enough time to like truly like about it and like give a proper ranking. But I'll rank the November and December videos of this year next year. So wait for that. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go. Bye.